What's up, YouTube? It's your boy DankBot003 back at it with another banger video slash deck profile. This last weekend I decided to play in the extravaganza again. As you guys know, I played in another extravaganza and I actually used the same deck, Virtual Worlds. It's one of my favorite decks, and I feel like it just has such a good matchup against a lot of other decks. I did consider playing Dragon Link or maybe playing Salomon Great, but I just felt like Virtual World is just the best option for me. Even though I'm very comfortable with Dragon Link and I feel like it's one of the strongest decks, I just didn't want to lose because people are over prepared for that deck, and Virtual World just has kind of a more, how do I put this, flexible type of gameplay. Depending what deck you're going up against, you can take different lines of plays, and I just feel like it can counter a lot of all the decks out there. So I got 66th place out of 100. Went X3, so 5-3, I believe. 8 rounds of Swiss, and finally got my invite. As you guys know, last time I messed up in the last round, went to the wrong table and lost my invite. So made sure I was at the right table all the time this extravaganza, and I kind of wanted to bring you guys my new updated deck profile for my deck and the recap. This time around I'll put the recap in the end of the video because a lot of you guys were just saying, oh, deck profile at this and that, or that it took too long to get to the deck profile. So I was going to hit the deck profile up first so the people that are here for deck profile can check that out, and anybody that wants to hear about how my tournament went and my matchups and what I would change and what I wouldn't change in the deck, that will be towards the end of the video. So without further ado, I'll just hop right into it. Let's start with the main deck, of course. Played 3 Lulus, standard, 3 Gigi's, 2 Yang Yangs, 3 Lao Laos, and 3 Lilis. I did not play Tao Tao this time. I kind of got the idea from one of the guys that topped, I think they got 2nd place, or I don't remember. I kind of took, so basically for my deck, I took ideas from the cash tournament Virtual World deck profile that won. I think he called himself the Duke of the South of Virtual Worlds or something. So shouts out to him. And I took some ideas from that 2nd place from the extravaganza that just happened not too long ago. And I don't remember which one was not playing Tao Tao, but I like the idea of not playing Tao Tao because sometimes, yeah, she's kind of an extender starter, but it's just so many other better cards I could run instead of her. And I feel like just with these virtuals right here, you can complete the mission. At some points I did wish I had the Tao Tao, but that was maybe like 2 out of 10 times. The other 8 out of 10, I just really didn't need her, and it was really useful not having her. So let's get to the hand traps. I ran 3 Droll and Lock Birds, another idea from one of those guys. Again, I'm sorry to you guys, but I don't remember exactly which one was running what. I just kind of took a little bit from each and mixed it with my own deck that I already had. And so got 3 Drolls, 3 Ash, and 3 Phantasmes. So to be honest, Droll, I did not use him not once in the tournament. I thought I would, but he never came up, and when I had him, I didn't really use him. He just became more discard fodder or just a space of 3 cards to side out for 3 other cards. And same with Phantasme. I opened him most of the day, but I didn't play against decks which I would have used him against. No Cold Talkers, no Salads, no Dragon Links. I actually only played 1 Dragon Link the whole tournament. So yeah, basically 3 Phantasmes. Kinda wish I played Nibs instead, but I'm not really complaining too much. The deck did what it had to, and Ash was just strong. Phantasme did get summoned a couple times, but I didn't really get to use him to his full potential. It was usually I drew like 2 cards, and Joel didn't get used. I'll probably replace Joel for something else. Kind of wish I had the Ghost Bells, maybe Ghost Bells, yeah, for the draws. Phantasme, I'd probably still leave main decked, depending the scale of the event. But if like you're not gonna face a lot of link making decks, it doesn't really serve a purpose in there. Next, I played 3 Kowloons, 3 Chinlongs, 3 Desires, and 3 Dark Ruler No Mores. This card was just awesome. The whole tournament just helps me break boards and stop my opponent whenever I don't have a hand trap. And I see this, I'm like, okay, I'm still in there. Card was just awesome. I wouldn't change that. Next, I played 1 E-Telly. It's just a good card, extender card. Awesome. Next, I played the 1 Shamwu, 2 Chuche, standard. And another card that's been very popular with Virtual Worlds is There Can Only Be One. Obviously, you can play around it pretty easily. And this just wins games. This single-handedly beat Zoo Eldritch. So, yeah, that's it for my main deck. Next, let's go to the extra deck. I'm playing 1 Gossip Shadow and 1 Break Sword. Break Sword is, I just feel like, so versatile. You can pop your Chinlongs, or you can do Chinlong, activate to banish something, make Break Sword, pop it. It's just awesome. Baits a lot of your opponent's cards and stuff, and it's just 2000 XYZ at the end of the day, which I am playing Zeus, which I'll get into that. And it's just awesome. Next, 1 Fan, which is awesome too. This is probably my favorite XYZ monster. And also the fact that you can make it with 2 or more level 6 monsters, which is pretty easy. You can do 3 level 6s, make this, detach 2, use effect, attack, overlay for Zeus, and you have 2 materials still. Next, I played the M7, and this right here is supposed to be the Zeus. I borrowed the Zeus because I don't have a Zeus at the moment, and I couldn't get one in time for the tournament, so I had to borrow one. And Zeus was just amazing in this deck. Against Tri-Brigade Zoo, it was just awesome because I did a pretty cool play playing against Felix. Shout out to him from Got Milk Gaming. And so basically he had his Trident on board. I Dark Ruler no more his board because he had the Barrier Statue Trident. I normal summon Yang Yang. I have E-Telly. Or no, I didn't Dark Ruler his board. He had Trident and the Barrier Statue and the Samorg, of course. Normal summon Yang Yang. I had E-Telly in my hand. I kept the E-Telly. I normal summon Yang Yang, go into battle phase, attack the what's it called? Attack his Trident to bait the effect. Or no, I attacked the statue to bait the effect. He popped the Yang Yang. I then go teleport, bring out the other Yang Yang, then Yang Yang engrave triggers, summon, attack the statue, attack the Trident, beat over or no, I think I took 500 damage. Then I go main phase 2, overlay for Break Sword, bait out his back row. He chains, I think it's Revolt or something. He had some sort of back row. Then next I make Zeus on top of my Break Sword because Zeus is when XYZ monster battles. It doesn't have to be your XYZ monster that battles. So since his Trident battled, I was then able to to summon my Zeus on top. So yeah, that basically won me that game, and that was like a pretty cool kind of play right there. Which I honestly had to reread Zeus like 2 or 3 times before I actually made this play. And I was like, okay, this is the only play I have right now because I didn't have any other virtuals in hand. I had the E-Telly and Yang. I think there can only be one, and a Chain Long or a Shamwell. I don't really remember. I know for sure Yang Yang and E-Telly, and that's how I climbed up to my rank 3, made Zeus, blew up the board, past turn. That was just stupid crazy. Yeah. Then next I play one Kaliga and the Muddy Mud Dragon. I just feel like this is way better than Dragoon. This with Crystal Wing, you negate their monster effect. They have no more monster effects for the rest of the turn, and it's pretty hard to out game one a Kaliga Crystal Wing. Next, a Stardust Charge and a Coral Dragon, just draw power. Coral Dragon can bait out any cards, plus you get to send your gates to the graveyard or Yang Yang, whatever you need to send to grave. Or you can even discard some of your dead hand traps. Next, a Juju, which was awesome too. Croc, I didn't make him at all tournament. If I could, I'd probably take that out. I don't really see myself going into it a lot unless when I need to dig for combo pieces. But yeah, he didn't get summoned all tournament. Next, I'm running the Vermilion Mech Dragon, which was an awesome card too. Shen Shen and a Ultimea and the Crystal Wing. I feel like that's just basic at this point for Virtual Worlds. It's just too good. Then next for the side deck, I am running a Pinkertops. I chose to play 2 Nibiru's instead of 3. I honestly wish I would have played 3 and switched it with the Droll and put 2 Drolls in the side deck. But, I mean, I'm not complaining. Next, 3 Lancias, just to stop combo decks. Lancia was pretty good. It basically won me a game against Tri-Brigade Zeus, which we were in game 3. And so, I think, what was it? He did something in my turn to stop me from playing, and I had, I think, a Yang face up. I think so. A Yang face up. And then we were like grinding. He summons his kit. I dropped Lancia on him. And yeah, basically there was nothing he could do. I was up on damage. I dropped the Lancia on his summon of Kit. He couldn't do nothing. And from there it was just game. Cause I was up on life and that was the last turn. That was pretty insane. That was a crazy game. Next I played a Feather Duster, 1 Cosmic, and 3 Twin Twisters. Twin Twister, I feel like, is the MVP. It won me a lot of games because getting rid of 2 back row was just so good. Because there was a lot of times if I only got rid of 1, I would have lost. But the fact that I was getting rid of 2 was just awesome. And then putting pieces in my graveyard too, which is just too good. And a lot of people don't expect Twin Twisters either. So I just feel like Twin Twister is good. I'm a big fan of Twin Twister. Next, I played 2 anti-spells, 1 Imperial Order and 1 Red Reboot. I cited this in a lot, never saw it. Imperial Order, amazing. Anti-spell cited it in, never saw it. But yeah, that's it for my side deck. And yeah, so that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you guys like the deck and deck profile. And let's just get into my recap. So round 1, I lost in time against Invoke Dogmatic of Shadows. There was just not enough time to play it out. I feel like I would have won, but he unfortunately got first damage on me, which was only like 200 points. Um, and then I just lost that game 3 because they called time in my main phase, so I couldn't go battle phase. And the guy was just slow playing, making it like time drag out more than it has to, or else I would have been able to attack and get game. But I mean, I guess with the new time rules, it happens. But I don't really agree with the new time rules. There's just so many scumbags that will stall to win by time. Round 2, I played against Tri Brigade Zeus. That's the one when I did that Zeus play, which was just crazy. Like, my opponent was literally like, "Whoa, you can do that!" Like, it was just insane. I beat them 2-0. Then round 3, I played another Tri Brigade Zoo. I beat them 2-1. I feel like just Tri Brigade Zoo. This is an easy matchup for this deck. You just summon Shen Shen and you win, or get a Crystal Wing or something, or it's just not that difficult for this deck to overpower Tri Brigade Zoos, unless they just go first and open the nuts and you have no way to stop them. Then round 4, I played this deck that I was not prepared to play at all the whole tournament, and actually had to play against twice. I played against Madolches and I lost 0-2. The guy was just insane, full combo both games. Even with me going first, he still defeated me. He opened with Dark Ruler no more, and then just proceeded to shuffle my board back into the deck in game 2, and it was just crazy, man. Madolche's too strong. Shouts out to that guy. He was a pretty cool player though. Definitely go check him out too. He has a YouTube channel, Defying the Meta. Really cool guy. I love playing with him. It was really fun. We took the whole time to play. Game 2 was just insane. I was up on life points, and it was just a crazy game. I made a giant board. We were just going back and forth, and then eventually he got his resources back, shuffled on my board, and just beat me. Very skilled player too with that deck. Love playing him, even though I lost. Shouts out to him. Round 5, I played against Dragon Link, beat them 2-1. Shen Shen for game. That's all I can really say. He won game 2 because he opened up and I just bricked. But both of the games that I started, I didn't overextend or anything. Made a Gossip Shadow and a Shen Shen, and that was just game right there. Next, round 6, I played another Madolche, and honestly, this Madolche player was a scumbag. He went first, built his wall, then I basically, since I already played against Madolche, I knew kind of how to play. This time, I broke their board, all that, got up on life points. I think I knocked them down to like 3,400 or something, and then the guy just kept every turn just summoning everything in defense, setting monsters, just building a wall that I could not make any damage. And he stalled until he got up by 200 in damage, and then built a wall again, and then was just slow playing while he's up on life points. We were in game 1, literally the whole match, and in the match, I was up, well, not the whole match, the whole game. I was up on life points for the majority of the time, and I guess he just kind of wanted to grind it out. At one point, he was thinking about scooping, but he didn't. He just kept putting everything in defense, so I couldn't do any further damage. I had already used my resources comboing, and yeah, basically he just kept setting monsters, putting stuff in defense until he had enough cards in hand to play through all my interruptions and do just a little bit of damage to put him up above me which was, I think it was like 300, 200 life points that he was up by, and it just wasn't good for me. Um, yeah, I really don't like losing by time. I was pretty mad, um, especially with one game only, and then the guy slow playing and all that, thinking about everything when I already know all he has are Dolce cards in hand and set because he searched most of them. Um, but just taking his sweet time thinking and stuff, just make more time pass by, and I mean it is what it is. Um, Next round seven, I played an Eldritch Zoo, which I defeated 2-0 with Shen basically, and there can only be one. That just in itself was game, and even when he went second, I think he only set a Sanguine and a Hakero, and I hit the Sanguine with Ash. And there just wasn't really much he could do. I just proceeded full combo and beat him. Then last round, round 8, I played against Invoke Dogmatica. Beat them 2-0 as well. It was just Shen. Like, honestly, even though it sounds bad, but Shen is a win condition sometimes. Especially against decks like that, like Eldritch Zoo, Invoke, or Shadow, Dogmatica, any of that variant. Shen just beats it by itself, and they have to play very badly to out it, which most of the time they can't out it if I have Shen plus any other type of interruption. That was just another easy 2-0. And yeah, that was it for my tournament. Honestly, any changes I would make to the deck would probably be replace the hand traps. As far as draw, Phantasme, I might leave Phantasme in, but I'm definitely switching out the draws for Ghost Bells or Nibiru's, and putting 2 draw in the side deck. I might main Lancia, but I'm not sure yet because it didn't disappoint me. The deck didn't disappoint me. The 2 of the times I lost was because of time. Another time was because I got outskilled by the Madolche player, the good Madolche player, not the scumbag Madolche player. Got outskilled, and but I mean, if it wasn't for the time rules and people slow playing and just the remote aspect, because it's easier to cheat in remote duels than it is in real life, I probably would have gotten those 2 wins and went X1, but it is what it is, man. It happens. I also maybe would play. I'm thinking about playing the what's her name, Banshee with the Zombie World and Beatrice, but I'm not sure. I kind of want to test it out because I feel like that would have been strong too against some decks. But honestly, I wouldn't change it. I have enough things in the side deck to cover a lot of decks. To break down my side deck, I just kind of like being able to play past back row. That's why I have so much back row hate. I have 7 cards, and then anything else is just for like combo decks right there. And this is for when I'm going first. I can take some of my going second cards, put it in. But these were what I was using most of the time because honestly, you don't really need much more else if you're going first. Maybe just replace the hand traps that don't really do nothing against the deck you're playing, because not all the hand traps are going to hit every single deck. But honestly, the deck performed well. Virtual World is one of my favorite decks. And it's just a sleeper. I will be playing in the qualifier. Might be playing Virtual Worlds again, might not. I'm really thinking about it because I just love this deck and its ability to play against any type of matchup and still have a good matchup against that deck. But I will see how June goes for Yu-Gi-Oh! And I might play something different. If you guys have any suggestions on what I should play, what you guys feel would be the best option to take to a tournament like that, because I really want that invitation for the invitationals, because I am only playing in the qualifiers next, but I want to top. I want to play in the invitational. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope it's helpful with all the matchups, and kind of gives you an idea of what to prepare yourself when you're playing this deck and playing bigger events like that. And without further ado, guys, like, comment, subscribe, help support the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.